Fox confirming President-elect Trump has taken advantage of only 2 daily classified intelligence briefings since winning the election more than 2 weeks ago. But future Vice President Mike Pence has received the president's daily brief almost every day. U.S. officials saying each president-elect approaches these intelligence updates differently. So how typical is Mr. Trump's strategy? Let's bring in Lynn Sweet, the Washington bureau chief for the Chicago Sun-Times, and Tammy Bruce, radio talk show host and Fox News contributor. Welcome to you both on the Friday after Thanksgiving. A lot to get to here. Welcome, ladies. As a refresher, these briefings are made available to newly elected presidents well before Inauguration Day to help them have a deeper understanding of foreign developments. So with Mr. Trump's level of national security experience going into the job, many are curious why he isn't taking full advantage of these briefings. Lynn, let's start with you. What do you think?
Well, I think that if you're going to be talking to foreign leaders, which he's doing just this morning, his campaign said he talked to the leaders of Greece, Panama, Slovakia, and Sweden. If you're going to be talking about foreign policy, it would seem if you have no background in the military, national security, then take advantage of what's offered you. One of the things about these briefings, can be tailored to the person who's getting them. So I don't know what the right number is. 2, well, probably doesn't seem enough at this stage.
All right. And Tammy, when you look at some of the historical perspective, in 2008, Obama took part, and even in the deep dive briefings, which are on key subjects. George W. Bush took the briefings every day. Bill Clinton, his first brief, November 13th, in 1992. That's when he took his first one. What do you think as far as the timing? Because some will take them later.
Well, yes, and look, all of the media at this point, when it comes to the transition, has had it be a drama. It's been a negative point of view about what he's doing wrong. It's never really just about an informational framework about what the president-elect and how he's approaching things. But what we do know is when you talk about taking the brief, I can tell you that President Obama, according to the Government Accountability Office, only participated in about 42% of the personal daily briefing. It doesn't mean that he's not getting the packet. And it's the same with the president-elect. He might not be going somewhere for the one-on-one daily briefing of someone telling him what's going on. As you mentioned, the vice president-elect is doing that. But it doesn't mean that Mr. Trump is not being briefed or is not being advised or isn't reading about the nature of what's happening on a day-to-day basis. So we have to keep that in mind. But of course, the media, and this is the issue, wouldn't suggest that. They wouldn't think about, well, he's getting a packet. He's just not being talked at by a particular official. So he's also, keep in mind, of course, bringing in a businessman's approach to this dynamic about delegating. Someone is there on a daily basis in the form of the vice president-elect, and he's also getting briefed, or at least certainly getting the information in a form to where he's going to read it when it's convenient. So this is where, for the media, it's difficult because the American people think that he's just off playing golf somewhere. Nothing could be further from the truth. And I think they're finding that what they hear from the media might not always be the most accurate thing these days.
All right, I've got to go shortly. Lynn, your take on that really quick. I mean, as we move forward, we could be hearing more.
Well, my take on that is that the media writ large has been doing a lot of very routine coverage. I respectfully disagree with Ms. Bruce. We had there's a camera on every meeting that Trump had with people throughout the last weekend of his meeting people at his Gulf Resort in New Jersey. So I think there's a massive amount of coverage.
I'm so sorry. Lynn, Tammy, thank you so much for joining us today.